Hey guys, it's me again. Just a really quick rant um, this afternoon. I just want to talk about the rapture. Surprise, surprise. More specifically, about trying to figure out the day and the hour. Okay. First off, as I've been saying over the past 6 months or so, or maybe even a little more, we just simply need to go directly to the source for that direct revelation from the Lord. That's it. That's really that if that's really all there is to it. And it's just a matter of staying patient, remaining faithful even during the radio silence from the Lord. He's going to give us that revelation in his perfect time, and he will be the source for it. As I've been saying, we need to slay the sacred cows. And what are those sacred cows? I'm talking about the Watchman channels, those guys who come up with theory after theory after theory. And, they're really just making stuff up, and as I've been saying, my problem with those guys is not that they're always wrong. I mean, we can only be right once when it comes to the day and the hour. But what I'm against is the fact that they do not point any of us to go directly to the Lord for revelation. They're always pointing to themselves, to their channel, subscribe to their channel so that we'll get the latest update as though they have a direct line to heaven and the Lord's giving them a play-by-play on where he is exactly on the rapture timeline. With that said, prophecy, specifically when it comes to the rapture, does not belong to the intellectuals or the scholarly types. These self-proclaimed theologians that you'll see on social media or wherever else, claiming to always be rightly dividing the word of truth, apologetics people, you know the kind of guys I'm talking about. These are going to be the last guys we need to go to when it comes to figuring out the day and the hour. Again, it's not really for us to figure out. It's just, the Lord to reveal to us, because that is his goodwill and pleasure to reveal to us one day when the day and that hour will be. And I don't think that revelation will be given to every single believer, but only to those who are truly seeking, earnestly seeking, desperately seeking, and that believe the Lord wants us to just be like that persistent widow. I've been saying that over and over again. But my point is, you're not going to figure out the rapture through apologetics, or through hermeneutics, rather. And these guys who fancy themselves to be scholars, I mean, there's a place for them in the church, in the body of Christ. There absolutely is a place for them. But prophecy is not it. They're going to talk about, they're basically going to discount everything that's going on around the world. They're going to make fun of the red heifers. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. The third temple. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. There's nothing to see here, folks. Nobody knows the day and the hour. That's always going to be their stand. As smart as they think they are, they fail to realize that nobody knows the day or the hour is not referring to the rapture at all. We absolutely can know the day and the hour. And Revelation chapter 3 verse 4 strongly suggests that. And the reason the Lord tells us to watch is so that we will know. It might not be years ahead of time. And to be honest, I'd rather not know years and years ahead of time, because that'll just be depressing. I'd like to know, when it's pretty close to the rapture, maybe a couple months even, or a couple weeks. But yeah, when you go to the scholar guys, they're going to laugh at everything, because they're rightly dividing the word of truth. And they're going to belittle you for trying to figure it out by looking at the stars. Can we figure it out by looking at the stars? I mean, I'm not ruling it out. I mean, the direct revelation from the Lord might come in the form of being suddenly able to understand what the stars are saying. Numbers, even random numbers. I mean, I know a lot of people look at numbers, and I'm beginning to do that too a little bit. And we try to find meaning, hidden meanings in certain numbers, because we think that the Lord might be trying to give us a sign or communicate through us that way. And I know that sounds kind of hokey, and a lot of times it is. We don't want to get carried away by just looking at every single number and considering everything as a sign. No, we have to test every spirit. We have to use discernment, obviously. But at the same time, we cannot limit the Lord in how he wants to communicate to us, especially when it comes to knowing the day and the hour. And sometimes he might just be trying to encourage us, not necessarily give us the day and the hour. Like what happened to me back in September of last year. He gave me 2 awesome signs, the Lord did. And I'm sure of it that it was from him. And it really doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't give me any clues as to when the rapture is going to be. But it is rapture related, and he was definitely trying to encourage me. Perhaps for such a time as this, when we're not seeing that many signs. I mean, I guess Israel is a pretty big sign, but do not listen to people who are trying to discourage you when it comes to when you're trying to figure out when the rapture is, or when you're asking the Lord to tell you when the rapture is going to be. The scholarly type, the intellectuals, theologians, they're too caught up in themselves and their intellect. They think they're way too smart. And the reason they're going to tell you that, nobody knows the day or the hour, what they're really trying to say is, if they can't figure it out, they who are the elite and the smartest among all of us, then what makes us peons think that we're going to find out the day and the hour? That's really where their heart is. It's always about pride. Pride comes before the fall. And that is the fall of these smart guys. They're never going to know the day and the hour because, frankly, they don't want to know. They love this world too much. They love their status. They love their intellect. They love, being looked at as the source, as, the authority within the body of Christ. So they like that. And they're not in a hurry to get out of this world, where when we get to heaven, the first will be last, and the last will be first. And they think like they're top dog here, but when they get to heaven, they're going to be at the back of the line. Maybe they don't like that idea too much. So anyway, guys, just keep on looking up. I believe we're still close. We are close. Do not be discouraged. If you look around you, you know that the signs are all around us. And also, one of the biggest signs is the fact that the pre-trib rapture of the church is under such heavy attack. Not from non-believers, but from professing Christians. All they do all day is nobody knows the day and the hour. Nobody knows the day or the hour. And I've said enough about those guys, but that's all I'm going to say about them on this video at least. So keep looking up, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time.